So, Mike, we're just a couple days ahead of the draft, and there's so many things to think about, and picks and trades, and I'm sure all the research and effort that you and your team have put into this. Is there also some pressure to get this draft right, whatever right means to you?
I don't think so. I don't think I think we feel prepared. Our scouts do a really good job. Chris Morehouse and Scott Fitzgerald, they do a really good job making sure we have the coverage we need, and the scouts are doing the work and doing their job, and they've been tireless on the road watching these kids and everything. So I don't think we feel pressure. It's every draft we've had here with Chris and those guys. It's been 3 years. We'll have meetings tomorrow and Thursday, and when Friday comes, I think we'll be really prepared, and from there. We'll just see how the draft goes and how the board falls. You mentioned some names in that inner circle. When you have those conversations, do you like some healthy debate on what they've seen or interests you have? Do you like everybody to agree in the end, or do you like there to be some diversity in opinions? I think diversity is healthy.
Yeah.
I never want one voice to kind of overshadow the room and be too loud, and other people not afraid to speak up. So I think as a group, we've kind of done a good job of trying to make it an environment where everyone feels comfortable speaking up and sharing their view and their opinion. And I think that's the best way to kind of eliminate some complacency where, it's just one guy making the decisions. And so they do the work, we'll talk it through, we'll debate it, we'll have probably some arguments, and then it's kind of up to Chris and myself to kind of put the board together the way we want to at the end of it all. But everyone will have an equal say. Who
is in that inner circle? I know I'm not. So, who are the decision makers? Who are the influencers? I mean, when you guys talk about the most detailed and intimate parts of what you might do, who's involved in those conversations?
For the draft. It's really, at the end of the day, it's Chris, Fitzy, and myself, really. Joe, Tom, and Chloe will, they'll obviously have a say on a lot of the things, but, the three of us, of Chris, Fitzy, and myself, we'll sit down probably Thursday night and go over it ourselves and kind of work it out.
One last time.
Yeah.
This has been months in the making, right? I mean, that's fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, even, it goes back to the year before. There's always reports on these kids as underagers. So a lot of these kids, they've been in tournaments, been seen in tournaments for 2 years now. So it's a pretty good book. But for the scouts, it's, it starts in, it'll start the end of July at the World Junior Summer Showcase. And then you have Helenka at the beginning of August. Right. So these guys have been going nonstop basically for 10 months.
You mentioned the book you have out on players. I would assume that's on the ice, their performance, their skill set. How do you really feel like you know a kid as a draft pick when you're picking them? Do you actually know them? Do you think you know them? Do you try and gauge the personal side as well as who they are as a hockey player?
Yeah, the personal side is really important for us. The character, their family. We try and learn as much as we can about them. We'll talk to their strength coach, their skating coaches. Even going back to maybe their coaches in Bantam hockey.
Wow! All right.
So we'll talk to all their coaches all the way up, and all the people that they spend time with, and try and get as much information as we can.